Do a little lunch. Cool.
Yo, what is up?
I think tomorrow I'm doing a podcast.
What's up,
Wake
baby?
up, Jordan.
Really?
Dude, I'm trying to make sure this is all working. I think we're good though. My
We are
computer kind of
good.
froze, but I think we're all right. Let's go, baby. How
How
we
How's
doing?
everyone feeling? I'm great. How are you, Jordan?
Been sitting in a long for like 3 hours, bro. I'm,
I feel you. I
am-
just got out of it. I
Yeah.
got made money on it. Just got out of it.
I
just kinda
would have
managing
loved
risk.
to trim at this 487 high, but the risk to reward just ain't enough. So I unfortunately can't. But
I'm actually looking to maybe flip the other side now. But I'm gonna wait just a second. Let me get this off my chart. Here's what NQ. I mean, this is what we've done. Look at this last whatever hour or so of the market. We'll take I mean, look at that, just slow, and then we're failing. I was long here, got it up to here, got most of my trims here, and then I just cut the rest right here.
it might just be me, but I cannot see your screen. It might just be my computer though, and the Wi-Fi.
Are people like talking about your?
Oh, somebody in the comments let me know if the screen's showing up.
I see. Oh, there we go. There we go. You're good. Got it now.
All right, just threw it over there to make it a little bit bigger. First off, before we get going too far, the fire movement, Jordy, this is something we've talked about. We'll have a space tomorrow with the crew. The financial independence, retire early. Well, I mean, that's the concept that we're all chasing, right? And Fire ETFs, you go to fireetfs.com. Big shout out to them for working with us. And just want to put this on your radar. FIRS, FIRI, couple things that are built for this entire purpose, right? Financial independence, retire early. That's why you see the ticker names here. You can go to the prospectus on these and check them out. Jordy, which one of these two is your favorite? Is it this FIRS?
Definitely FIRS, the Wealth Builder. Yeah, but I mean, they're both great at the end of the day.
They're both
right?
fantastic.
Yeah, they're both fantastic. Everybody should add them on their watch list for sure and just keep an eye on them.
Here's a little look
them
what you
more.
see inside of the top 10 holdings here. You see this Bitcoin and gold ETF that a lot of us like. You see several other things in here with gold, with some other things that are basically anti-inflationary as well too. You see the granny shots one down here. This one's very interesting too, if you haven't looked into it. But it's a fund to fund. It's a lot of other ETFs that make up this ETF. So got a lot of pros running this from their different perspectives, and then it's like, okay, let's just take advantage of all of it. But big shout out to the Fire crew. Go check out fireetfs.com. You see it right there at the bottom of your screen. There's the two tickers as well. And I do want to talk about the markets a little bit, where we're at. So first off, before we go too far, Jordy, here's what's coming down the pipe here. FOMC minutes in about 14 minutes from now, 13 minutes from now. The FOMC minutes will be out. We don't know that there will be a reaction, but you almost always have to watch, don't you?
I mean, it's red folder. We got to expect volatility, right? But I mean, I would expect more than not like a nothing burger in terms of like where we end up closing, you know what I mean, for the day. But we'll probably see some volatility. I'm hoping we see some volatility into my target. We'll see. I'm still waiting on that, but
yeah,
it should be.
Well, the real thing today is this right here. Nvda earnings. 4:20 p.m. Eastern is the expected time for this release for the actual numbers. So this afternoon after the close, there's some other names reporting today. I know that some people are going to be watching. CRM, Salesforce is a big one. Some people pay attention to HPQ. Synopsys is in this kind of cybersecurity type of space as well. Some people watching those, but Nvidia, I mean, if we're being, look, I like this joke right here. Let's see. That's the actual.
By the way, real quick,
this is the actual calendar today.
Oh yeah, you should tweet that. I was gonna say you can filter that around on Earnings Hub, which is pretty dope. And like, there's a lot more companies reporting, I think, than we all post about most of the time. It's just because we always post the popular ones, but I'm sure there's plenty more. But everybody just cares about Nvidia, so we'll see how that goes. Do you have any preconceived thoughts on how this is gonna play out?
Well, let me pull up a chart here. Here's Nvidia that I've been watching. Do my thoughts, like, this is just like conjecture, right? Like I hope nobody goes off of this. It's not like something I'm really super fired up about, I guess. But because I just don't like predicting earnings. Everything that I've gathered predicts, is pointing to a solid move, or not a move, a solid report, I should say. I don't know if that's going to equate to a move or not, but it should be a solid report. It seems like they have a backlog of orders. It seems like they've already written off a couple things that were going to hit them on the bottom side. So, obviously we'll see what happens. There's a big, you see the downtrend is broken. You see this kind of big curve here. I mean, the chart itself is set up pretty nicely when you look at it from this perspective, like this right here. And I mean, it looks like you've broken a downtrend. You also have a little flag right here. Honestly, if you look at this looks like a flag, and you're breaking out of that. So, I mean, everything looks good about the chart. The story is there. It's the bell of the ball. Now, are the expectations too high, Jordan? Probably. So that's going to be the
I would say so.
But we're having an interesting.
I feel like expectations are always high, especially just like the past few reports. Things have changed a little bit in terms of the price action we've seen from earnings. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. You see, you have all that downtrend line drawn, all that low resistance liquidity. I would like to see that get ran. But at the end of the day, I mean, if Nvidia comes out with a good report and we're really ripping, price action looks good off of it, I mean, this market might be going to all-time highs a lot quicker than we all think.
Could be the catalyst that we need, right? I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah. Obviously, it's going to take more than that. But, I mean, everything's looking good. I mean, let's take a look at kind of the markets themselves. Pretty flat day here. I've got all kinds of, let me turn off some of these drawings. Let's just take a easy look. Here's your daily chart. Obviously, you see this was the major consolidation back here, and you can see that in the volume shelf right here, and that's exactly where we're hanging out. It is right there on the same spot. We made a slightly higher high today on QQQ. SPY, though, still underneath that recent high. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I've been watching that too, because we came into that big area. It's the same on NQ and ES. We were I was looking for that target this whole week of those highs, the previous week high. But now it's tough to be bullish over that until we actually see some aggression.
But that's
but again, Nvidia might be the one that brings that, right?
This is kind of where we're at. Let me drop down. Here's like a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart. Let me go to 15 just to make it a little clearer. So yeah, Phil, let's just make it simple here. Okay. So previous day's low and high. So you see yesterday this is SPX. So we're hanging out right here. We're just under the close. So we're just slightly red, but we're still we're still doing pretty good on the overall view. QQQ, I've drawn a big area here that's kind of a bottom side support area. This is kind of the flip point. If we can get over this, which we wicked over this morning, you see these other highs back here. Um, this is very interesting to me, Jordan, because we did take the highs. If we're able to hold in here and get back up here quickly, it's a really good look for a move higher. But if this is a liquidity sweep over these highs, then I would be worried about a continued move back down. That's kind of what I'm reading.
That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I've wanted to be short all morning. I had entries in to be short this morning, but we just never got tapped in, and so now I've been long up into where I wanted to take my short. So still have those thoughts. I mean, we did sweep previous week highs, and we got the structure needed to drop, and that's why we saw.
Yeah, here's your like 4-hour chart on NQ, and it's the same thing. I mean, you see this high here, you see these highs up here, and even you look at all this rejection, this whole area. So that's why I'm drawing it like this, because this to me, if you get above this, it looks really good. If you're not able to get above this again, you probably have to come back down here at least to this area to maybe find some support, which would kind of line up with this again. But if you're not able to hold this, that's going to get really ugly really fast. And I know some of our other traders are saying 320. What is the music doing to me today? There we go. If you're in the chat, let us know what's going on with you. I'm Jordy's in a long here. Where are you long from, Jordy? You're on NQ, right?
I am on NQ. I'm long from basically right here. 467.75, TP's 504. Risk was at the lows. Somebody asked in the chat, will Nvidia earnings have an impact on NVTS? NVTS is a semiconductor ETF, so I would imagine.
Is this what your
semiconductor corporation? I would imagine it gets affected.
This is what your trade looks like?
Basically, my risk isn't that much anymore, just because I've seen what I need to move it up. But that's what the original risk was. Yeah.
I figured it was something like that. We did reject right at that previous day high. That's what I was kind of concerned with. But
I know I've been saying it, like I would have loved to trim there. I just, in terms of where my entry was and the risk, I can't. The risk reward isn't enough. Unfortunately, I'd rather take the loss and be wrong than take the trim there. But if I had my entry lower, I would have 100% trimmed there.
But I just know there's a little bit of a pickle. 25-point range about right here that we've held. Look at that right on top of it. This is kind of like, it goes way back. If you extend this thing, you'll see, this is the big area right up here. And that's what I'm looking to see if this can flip this today. And basically yesterday we were, got back through it. We tried to hold it yesterday, failed, but got back through it. So we'll see what happens. If we can hold this, it looks pretty good. And the video actually looking decent right now, by the way. Here's the zoomed in view.
I like that. I still need that TP. Come on.
There's Nvidia for you. Over the opening print, the opening highs here. So this is new high of day. Obviously, all this is pre-market back here. So pre-market highs right up here, 136.77. But right here, breaking base over this orb high right here. This 30-minute orb right there. I mean, even if you do IV, either way, there's your breaking base. That looks really good, actually.
Yep.
Things picking up a little
nice.
bit.
We like that, baby.
Minutes.
Pick it up.
So,
should I share my screen up? I'm happy.
If you want to throw your screen up there,
see the trade.
Let's go ahead. Let's share your screen. Send it to me. I'll get that up there, and we'll go over that. And in about 4 or 5 minutes, we'll call out these FOMC minutes live.
That sounds good. Let me do this.
Have you guys seen the AirPod case? I have not.
Window. Boom. We got it. Gucci. So we're on multiple accounts here.
There you go, right there. Looking good. I like it. And the video pushing, I think, helps a lot. Maybe Microsoft turns around a little bit, it'll help you, but I like it.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. We're on 5 different accounts. 3 of them are actually funded. My other 2 are not. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. We got FOMC meeting minutes coming out right now. Hopefully that's some volatility to push us to my target. If not, get stopped and move on from this. But yeah.
I really want to get
see,
long
baby.
again here.
We will
I'm
see.
looking at your I just can't long right into these minutes.
I know. It's tough. It is tough. I would recommend having a wide stop if you're doing anything from here. Having like my stop was here, guys. My stop was down here originally, and I had less size on. My entry was lower. That's why it's drawn here. My entry was a little bit lower, but I added to it. So see what FOMC meeting minutes wants to do.
I think I'm maxing out my computer right now.
Oh yeah,
We got the music back though.
my computer's maxed out for sure, especially with this
so
this
much
Wi-Fi
going on, and I'm in
We make it work.
spaces, and I'm on stream.
We make it work.
The sun's out and it's pretty hot. It's like dry heat. You stay in the shade.
Make it work, man. Good. We got you. Yeah, so we'll see what MP you can throw your. I'll let you throw your. I just wanted to show the positions for everybody. So we're in on all these, as well as these as well. Heavier size on the combines because I want to pass or fail those.
Let's just leave yours up there. Let's leave yours up there because I want to see the market reaction, and I'll call out the stuff as I hear it.
Sounds good. I'm gonna do this one. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, will you accept that one?
I got you, big
This
dog.
this is what I'm actually like looking at, where I'm actually doing my analysis. So standard. This is the standard deviation I was talking about from this morning. That manipulation leg down, or no, that wasn't even the one. I have multiple. This was the original one from this morning here to take us to these targets. Whether or not we actually get there, we'll see. And we're just continuously kind of every time I get a manipulation leg, I'm marking it. So we'll see if she goes. You will see.
All right, crew. 10 seconds.
Let's see here. What do we get? Let's get some volatility and push me to target so I can wrap up the day, man. I am tired of being in this trade. But also nothing's been invalidated at all, so I'm holding. But let's delete all this.
Tariff increases larger and broader than originally anticipated. Cautious approach. Well positioned to wait for clarity on outlook. Risk of long-term inflation's drifting upward.
Seems like a nothing burger, but bring the volatility for me. Come on, baby.
I think I want to get long.
And wants to get long. Let's go, baby.
Look at this. Small. Black in size.
So you can see we tapped in that 15-minute bearish for value. That's where we kind of took that high that I was talking about, that 487. I was saying this is a great trim spot. I just can't trim. So we did reject that. We did respect it. I want to see us get ran through it though, because we do have unmitigated gaps on a lower time frame above us that I think we can rebalance to. But it's a matter of if we actually need to do that or not. That'll depict whether I make my money or not today. So we'll see. The boys are out. They're going to the Bitcoin conference. Which, by the way, for the audience, if you didn't know, that's where I'm at. I'm in an Airbnb.
Participants agreed they were
Vegas.
well positioned to wait for more clarity. Just going through all the comments here. I don't see anything too crazy, so I'm long again on yes.
Nice. By the way, though, on the FIRS EMP, I think I mean the whole idea is to create a little bit of certainty
Nvda new high
in the uncertainty, you know, and I think that Wealth Builder ETF does a great job at that. Obviously, you have the other one on the funds income ETF, but I really like that Wealth Builder. I think it brings a lot of it can bring a lot of clarity when everything is tanking. I mean, we had, what is it up on the year? I know I'm gonna change my screen real quick to FRS. I think on the year we're green, which Spy cannot say the same. Or is it green now? Is Spy green on the year?
It's like break even.
My chart
a
is
little red.
completely froze, so.
Airbnb life.
Airbnb life, but my trading screen is ripping. We are.
Let's go.
We are. I don't even know.
Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
We're 20 points in profit. About to get TP. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, Jordy, we got this guest coming on Spaces.
Oh, do we? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Tapping into that 15-minute bearish for value again, guys. So I want to see us run through this completely to the upside here. I want to see this get ran. Tap 5-minute. We tap this 5-minute imbalance. I'm all out of my position. Why this high? Why this imbalance? Well, it's an untapped imbalance. Unmitigated gaps are inefficiencies in the market that need to get rebalanced too. And then we have this high that we tried. This is where the fair value was made this morning, right? This is the third candle, right? It's a 3-candle sequence, 1, 2, 3. This is the third candle, and this is the high of it that starts that fair value. So that's target. We are going into target right now. The only thing I don't like is NQ is taking these highs while ES is lagging the highs. That is divergence between the two assets, but I'm not going to let that worry me because I'm confident in the draw to the highs here. And again, it's just not enough for me to trim here. I need full PT here to trim, so.
A nice pop. I'm going to try to get to VWAP and trim again.
Yeah, nice. This 15-minute imbalance has been doing us dirty though, so I'm really looking for this to get ran through, and we're gonna get fucking paid today if I get my TP. It should be a 400, 800, 1100, 2100. It should be like a $3,100 day if we get TP here. It's pretty massive day for me, to be honest.
NQ just got over that other high. That looks good.
We are trying here.
Yes,
TP's coming into play. 50475.
Nvidia's
all
ripping.
out. Good. We need that. I like that. I need that. Been in this trade for too long, but everything about the model has held up, and that's where it's really tough to be in this environment. And honestly, if you told me, if you showed me this, if you showed me the future earlier this morning, I wouldn't have been in this trade this long. I would have waited for a different spot, but is what it is, baby. We have the conviction. We trust the model. And you're good. Just handle spaces. I'll talk with the chat here. If the chat has any questions, though, feel free to throw them at me. ES is not taking that high yet here. So you can see we have this divergence between the two assets. This is called SMT. And we do have SMT in a 15-minute for value, which is not ideal here for the longs. So now I am confident as of now that we go higher because I think we need to rebalance to those untapped gaps, but I might be wrong on that, right? And this SMT might be might be the high here. So what I really want to see is ES pick up steam, take out that high, and then we can get to buy side liquidity here. But it's tough here. We'll see. Struggling hard. Yeah, we just took those highs on NQ, guys, and not taking them on the ES. So a little bit of divergence there. I'm still long. Again, if I could trim here, I would, but for risk to reward, doesn't make sense. I'm waiting for that 506.25. If this ends up being a protected high with this SMT here, then, you know, is what it is. But I want to see us get through this here. So holding on.
Bruce, do I get you now? Yes. Can you hear me? I can't. Sorry, that was on my end. I wasn't on my end.
Em's having technical difficulties. We're just having technical difficulties all morning. Market tide is bearish. What do you think of sell the news into Nvidia earnings? You know, it's an interesting one. I think I'm just, based on the chart, the way Nvidia is looking, I'm not very bearish looking at the chart. Obviously, earnings can bring anything, right? We could still be bullish on Nvidia, but earnings brings a nasty down move, right? So I think, for one, I'm not the guy to ask about earnings moves for the most part, but for two, we all know it's extremely volatile, and it's an environment meant to screw you up at the end of the day, right? And take your money from you. So I really don't recommend trading around the Nvidia earnings. If you are, I would say, you know, leveraged ETFs are probably the best way to go, so you can actually manage the position in after hours, or trading Nvidia on something like Ostium, which I don't know if you can actually do yet on Ostium. That's a question for our boy Flo over there. But regardless, I would take Nvidia earnings, you know, with a grain of salt and not really try and trade around it too much, because it can really screw you up, guys. So just be careful on that. Are you trading ETFs? Not a whole lot. I don't necessarily trade ETFs too much. If I do, they're going to be leveraged ETFs. But for the most part, I'm trading futures. That's the position I'm in right now. We are very close to TP, guys. We are very close to TP. This is TP here, 506.25. So we're looking good. I'm long on 5 different accounts right now, guys, and I've been long for 3 hours. If we get TP, it should be about a $3,200 day. So it's gonna be a good day if we get this, but either way, just can't trim yet, unfortunately. I really wish I could. It's funny though, I'm actually fairly bearish on the market today, but I didn't get tapped in where I want. I actually had, so the same level I'm targeting, guys, is where I had my my short offer in this morning, but we just never got tapped in, right? So instead I found opportunity on the long side, even though it's been slower, and we're looking to trade that into buy side right where I was going to take the shorts, right? And then, I mean, I'm probably not looking to trade anymore today after, if I hit this TP, because that's just stupid, trying to win against the market again, no matter what the opportunity is at hand. But I would be looking for shorts out of this entire area, right? We have this first presentation fair value from this morning. We can absolutely rebalance to that. But anywhere basically from the highs to here is going to be the premium zone, in which you should not be looking for longs, in my opinion. It should only be shorts being looked at. We are about to hit TP. Come on, baby. We are ticks away from TP. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give it to your boy. Give it to your boy. Oh, I've just been in this too long, guys. I like long trades. I'm not against long trades. And what I mean long trades, I don't mean the direction. I mean like how much time I'm actually spending in the trade. I really don't mind being in a trade for a long time. But it's a lot easier to be in a trade when we're actually moving a lot more. When we're just going sideways like this, it can be tough, and you really got to trust the model that you're trading, which is what I'm doing. We are 5 points away from hitting TP. This is about to be a phenomenal day. Wow. This is what trust in the model gets for us. So that SMT is still intact because ES is not taking highs still, even with this move up. So SMT is still intact here. Potential manipulation at these highs. Oh, come on, give your boy TP, man. Ticks away here. Ticks away. ES trying to pick up steam. Come on. Pick it up. Come on, baby. How's Nvidia looking right now? Uh-oh. My charts don't load very well right now. Cooking though, guys. Cooking. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. But I will say it's a little sus seeing us rip so much before earnings. I know some of you guys in the chat were talking about sell the news event potentially into the close. Again, I'm not going to tell you that that's a good idea because I have no idea, man. There's just no way to know. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. But it is a little bit sus seeing us rip like that before earnings. Doesn't necessarily mean anything though. All right, come on, just a little bit more. Just a wee bit more. Just a wee bit more. $5.06. This has been a tough trade though, gosh. What model are you referring to? The model I trade, it's called the Forever model. The reason it's called the Forever model is because it's designed to keep you profitable and consistent forever. A little bit of rejection here before my TP. I am going to be watching how we respect gaps, whether we respect them or not on dips here. If we're disrespecting bullish fair value gaps, it's a tell I should just get out, not worry about hitting full TP here. But it's not what I want to do, if I'm being honest. I want this TP hit. Holding up so far. Yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you guys are throwing the FIRS and FIRI on your guys' watch list. Keep an eye on them. Do your due diligence into them as well, and see if it's something for you. It's obviously not going to be for everybody, but we like to throw it on everybody's radar because you never know, right? I know most of you are probably more active traders, but there's plenty of people that might not be as active and want something else, some other opportunities, right? So that's why we throw it on your radar, and yeah, just look into them. They might be for you, they might not, but you'll never know until you check it out. We are still in. We have not trimmed a single con, but I really wish I was already trimmed out some, if I'm being honest. But structure looks good. We are respecting bullish for value gaps on the dip. I think this 15-minute gets completely ran through. And we go hit TP. If we hit TP here, we could actually go further, but I can't be holding any longer than that. But I would like to see a move into first presentation fair value from this morning. That would be ideal. The very first fair value gap that was made this morning, I would love to see a rebalance to that. That made the first manipulation leg for the downside this morning. Just one stick to the upside and we are set, baby. Come on. Noob question, what is TP? Take profit. Profit target, PT, either one. Either one. Either one. See here though, she's playing with my feelings a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of playing with my feelings. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. This SMT is still intact. Don't love that. Do not love that. I will say, if I was looking for shorts off this area, this is not the structure I'd want to see. The only point of confluence we have is we tapped into 15-minute bearish for value. We're in an area in which we could see manipulation to the downside. And we do have that SMT. That's the only point I've really seen the structure I'd want to see here to be short.
Is the bounce?
Oh, yeah. We're just going back and forth kind of still. Four-hour candle starting to get that long top wick. I really need this SMT to get taken out, to be honest. Or else TP, full TP might not be getting hit. Might be going break even stop. Ideally, we see this get bought up here. Anywhere around, we can sweep these lows if needed. But ideally, this general area holds. This order block here, that's what we want to see hold. We just made equal lows on ES. Take them out. Still waiting. Just pushed us down to these internal range lows. I want to see a sweep of liquidity similar to what I was looking at earlier. We saw that around, what time was that? 9:53 Pacific Standard. All these range lows got swept right back higher. I could see something similar here. Sweep these range lows. We might have to sweep these too, though, which I wouldn't really be fond of. That'd be a little much for me. I wouldn't like that. We're starting to see the potential structure for shorts now, which is unfortunate. Ideally, we run through this to the upside, but we're respecting it as of now. It's not good. Not good for the longs. Not good for the longs. What's higher time frame telling me? 5 minutes. Not doing much. This 4-hour candle's flipping red. That's not good for us, unfortunately. So, is what it is. We might not get that TP. See if they hold. Let us see. Let us see. Again, if this is a short model that's trying to play out here with that SMT at highs, this inverse for value gap, and a change in the state of delivery, we should pop up to this line here and reject and respect this bearish for value here. So we did get an inversion of order flow here. We inverted order flow. We did get a change in the state of delivery here. We need to see this get ran back to the upside because technically this is a potential for short model here. And if we're respecting this for value gap to the downside, we don't really have reason to go higher here. So want to see this get ran through to the upside and continue to that TP here. And then like shorts can be on, in my opinion. I wouldn't just blindly short at these highs. You got to wait for structure, in my opinion. But anywhere in this area up here is going to be prime time for that, for looking for those entries, in my opinion, because we're in a premium up here. So we will see. We will see. Did anybody see the high time frame analysis from last week? Over the weekend, I'm like just banging the table on accumulation, manipulation, distribution on us going to that 562. We finally freaking took it, baby, today, this morning. Let's go. That big 562 got hit. Again, guys, markets only move in 3 different ways. Literally. On every time frame, we're either accumulating or we're either accumulating, we're manipulating price, and we're distributing. That's the only way the market moves constantly on every single time frame. So what did I do to understand, what did I do to understand from this point that we should go to these highs? Well, what did the market do? We know markets cannot reverse from consolidation or accumulation without manipulating price first. We know this. So if we were accumulating and had no manipulation at the highs, we had 0 manipulation at the highs, what do I expect this down move from last week to be that moved right into the 50% retracement of the previous week? I expect that move to be complete manipulation to go higher into buy side target liquidity highs that need to get swept before we can go lower. Right? So that was the whole thought process going into that. It was very simple. It's just based on how the markets are moving, right? We know the markets move in 3 different ways: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So how do we capitalize on that, right? And that's exactly how, right there, aligning time frames and trying to find precise entries on the lower time frame while following that higher time frame bias, right? We are trying to run through this. This is what I want to see. I want to see continued aggression fast because this could be the entry. In terms of risk to reward, it's great risk for the shorts. You did get an inversion SMT in a high time frame PD array with a change in the state. This is a short model here. This is a short setup. I unfortunately want to see it invalidate and go to buy side target. But if it doesn't, if this holds, I'm going to have to get out the rest of my position. Because this is 100% a potential short model. I can't ignore that. But we also have so many unmitigated gaps to the upside that I would love to see those get rebalanced too. But it doesn't have to happen here right now today, right? I want it to happen here right now today, but it doesn't necessarily have to. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you are holding longs, just know I'm stretching it a little bit. We are holding this change in the state. I want to see us run through this. See if we can. Let's see if we can. The way the 4-hour candle's looking does worry me a little bit. This is potentially the manipulation of this 4-hour candle to now go lower later. I keep thinking we have to go rebalance to unmitigated inefficiencies in the market. But the market might tell me here that, Jordan, we don't need to do that. It's very possible. How do I know this? Well, if we're getting an SMT in an area in which we can expect price to be manipulated to go lower, and we get a change in the state, right, and things start to actually play out for that model, I'm potentially wrong here, and we're not going to get the full TP that I wanted, right? So got to keep this in mind. It's been a tough day trading. I've been in this trade for so long. It's been ridiculous. So see if we get it. Oh, I will be right back, guys. Give me like 2 minutes. We back. Let's see here. Still holding that change in the state. This is not what I want to see. I want to see this get ran through, man. I've been so patient all morning, but I unfortunately might not get this full TP. Unless the market wants to really run through this spot here. We did have a bunch of orders sitting into that figure at 500 on book map, so what's 15-minute looking like? It's trying to hold. I guess we rebalanced to 50% retracement of that previous candle, but didn't really hold it. Kind of ran through the whole thing. 30 minutes looking a little sketchy here. This is also big area from this morning where we did get a change in the state on a 30-minute. So this is a big spot. Not gonna lie. There we go. Come on. We like that. We like that. Come on. Ah, can we get it? Come on. It's 20 points away. But it's not going to give it to me if we're holding under the change in the state of delivery. We need to rip over that. We need to rip through this imbalance. We need to rip through this imbalance. We need to get through a lot of potential spots right here on this range. So it's just not ideal anymore. But hey, trust the model. Can they give it to your boy? Chad, I think it's time for a haircut, huh? You see this? You see this, bro? I think it's time for a haircut, eh? Oh, I need to go get cleaned up. Come on. ES is looking a bit strong. Interesting. It's not really been the case lately. In hindsight, I'm kind of wish I just took this position off here at this SMT high, but again, I really don't want to take anything less than my TP just in terms of risk to reward. I could have had a bit of a more precise entry this morning. Definitely could have had a lower entry. But I wanted to make sure I had my position in. We are struggling to get higher here, though. ES is definitely looking better. I will say, if we're extremely bearish here, at least on ES, I know NQ is kind of lagging it, but if we're extremely bearish here, we should not have even ran through this, guys. In my opinion. If the market's extremely bearish here and we're getting a short model, we should have just sold off from this fair value gap. We should not have ran through this and inverted order flow. That makes me think we can get back to the, but NQ is also the lagging asset here. ES is the stronger asset. So, and I'm trading the lagging asset. So got to be careful here. She's trying. She is trying. Bring the vol. Come on, baby. I've been getting absolutely edged on this. Fuck. But you can't hit big trades without sitting and just trusting the model. A lot of people ask me, Jordan, why didn't you trim there? Why didn't you do this? And then the same people will ask how I hit such big point trades, right? And it's you gotta be okay with once in a while. This is part of trading. Once in a while, you're gonna have a position where you get close to TP, ends up going back to break even. You get stopped. It is what it is. You got to be able to accept those losses and get through them if you want to hit massive moves in the market. It's just the way it is. Still rejecting this change in the state. I don't like that. I really don't like that. We do have equal highs there. I'd like to see those get ran. I want to see this hold on ES as well. We ran through this back to the upside, made bullish for value on the way up. I want to see this all hold. But now we have equal lows, which could get taken. It's turning into a very mixed bag here. So reminder though, guys, if you aren't checking out FIRS, I'm not even gonna type it in. I would. It's right here. I was gonna type it in, but my charts have not been loading very well, so I don't even. I need to be looking at the NQ screen. But make sure you guys are adding FIRS and FIRI to your guys' watch list if you want some new ETFs to do some due diligence on. You guys know we're always throwing new ETFs on your guys' radar. I mean, it's coming on our radar. We want to share those opportunities with you guys. So make sure you're checking those out. Put them on your watch list. See how they perform over the next few weeks. I believe FIRS is green on the year, which is pretty solid. It did take a little bit of a dip with the tariff talk and everything, but not anything like S&P and QQQ did. So something to look into. I don't like all this low resistance liquidity we're generating here, because that can get ran. Hopefully that gets ran later after we go hit TP. Don't like the way this is looking as much anymore. You can see all these wicks rejecting the change in the state that we had. It's not ideal, guys. Not ideal. Hold that, yes. Hold that. Yes, trying to take out equal highs. Take them out. Take them out. Equal highs taken. Do they sweep equal highs? Or can we move to range highs? Come on. As of now, they're sweeping it. Fuck your sweep, dude. Give me TP. Give me my cheese. I've worked hard for it this morning. Come on. We did invert that same gap on NQ now. You can see this. We have gotten above that, closures below. We're trying to respect that. If we can respect this, this is the only fair value gap we have from here to the highs, besides this inverse that we made, which we could reject apparently. And we're in this 15 minute, of course. So still got to be aware of that, but here, I'm going to do that. We need to hold this. Go like that. It's getting real choppy here. What time is that? 11:40 PST. We got some time left. We got some time left. I'm probably going to be on this stream for another 20 minutes, guys, and then I know we're doing the Nvda spaces on Stocks on Spaces. So we are going to close up the Wolf Trading Spaces and the stream when that starts, and we're going to all be on the Nvda spaces talking Nvda earnings. Obviously what to expect, and we're gonna get thoughts from people that are more educated than myself, because I'm good at the charts. I'm good at trading NQ futures and the charts and all that. I'm not good at trading earnings. I'll happy to admit it, because it's not how I make my money. So it'll be nice if you guys want to listen into more like thoughts on Nvidia earnings. That would be the place to go, because you're gonna have some high level individuals that actually know what they're talking about, speaking about things there. So if you're interested more in Nvidia earnings and want some actual good commentary on what's going on, definitely get over to Stocks on Spaces when we start that. That'll be in the next 20 minutes or so. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't mind answering questions about like earnings and how I might play them here and there or whatever. But it's not my bread and butter. It's not my strong suit. So I don't like to lead people the wrong way, because it's not my jam. The market not moving after meeting. Yeah, it's a little slow for sure. I'm still waiting for this TP at buy side liquidity. BSL here. Still waiting for this unmitigated 5-minute fair value from this morning, but we might not be able to get it if we're staying here, unfortunately. I'm holding out though. We are holding out. All right, where are we at? Oh, we're trying, but just more Momo. More Momo. Más momentum, por favor. This will be a very rewarding TP if this gets hit. Probably one of the most rewarding that I've had in a while, just because of how long I've been in this and how every dip, as long as we've been holding structure, I've been holding up. We added to this position a little bit as well, so it'll definitely be a nice win if we get this. I'll probably be done for the week trading unless we get something really nice tomorrow, to be honest. I'm not going to really need to trade if I hit this TP anymore this week. I'm going to have plenty of money to go around if this gets hit, so I'm not gonna force any trades the rest of the week if we get this. Not gonna force trades regardless, but really, really not gonna force trades if we're getting this today. Still holding this inversion. Nothing in between this inversion and these highs, except for just previous range highs, which I'm not worried about. Oh, I'm tired of waiting for this though. A little slap there. Gotta hold this inversion. What I don't like about this move up that we've seen from the lows is we're lacking a lot of displacement. Displacement equals fair value gaps, imbalances. A lot of people have been asking, Jordan, what does displacement look like? I don't understand. Displacement looks like fair value gaps, right? So what I mean by that is that high that we had from this morning. Do you see displacement over these highs? Not at all, right? We wicked those highs, swept, no fair value gaps made, no imbalances above this level. Right, so we can think that's a sweep. Whereas if we're seeing massive inflow there and imbalances being created over that level, that's where I start to think different there. So here we're kind of lacking making fair value gaps to the way up, which scares me a little bit here. We did invert this, which is great, but we're trying to run back through it to the downside, which is not ideal. And it's just a choppy environment here. It's a tough one to sit through, but that's been the whole day. So I'm holding out. Trying to hold. Trying her best. Making money on credit spreads?
Oh yeah, man.
Let's go.
I'm waiting.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna wait for the last 30 minutes of the market.
Yep.
For volatility to spike.
Yep.
And then open another one.
So awesome, bro. I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's on the credit spread. It's nice because you get to basically just play on the fact that volatility dies down midday.
Yep.
And that's when your credit spread starts becoming more worthless.
Exactly.
So you're in the money at that point.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And whichever direction we take, we go down further or up. I can just trade against that.
Exactly. Yeah, credit spreads on days like this is just, that's exactly what you want to do. Jeez, SPX.
Yep.
It's got to be perfect. We are respecting this still. Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the narrative. I can feel myself starting to get extremely impatient though.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Em. You're back. What's up, brother?
Just talking with this guy, Bruce. Pretty smart guy. 36-year experience.
I'm still long. Ugh, I'm waiting for. We're respecting this inversion that we made. If we were, because I did get a short model here. We had an inversion with an SMT in a 15-minute for value gap. Change in the state delivery, that is your potential tap in, and you can see that we're holding that level pretty well, which scares me here. And if we're extremely bearish, we should respect this and run back through this to the downside. I want to see us hold, get back to these highs, but we have technically seen a short model form, which is not ideal. But again, I'd rather lose than trim for the reward I have up here. I need those highs. It's like trying its best to roll over, but every time we do, it's getting bought up. We'll see if that changes here. I really don't want to see this get ran through to the downside, but if it happens, it happens. Emp, I know we got stocks on spaces in like
Yeah,
10.
about 10
I'm going to be
minutes.
closing. We can close up spaces on here, and we're just going to roll things over to stocks on spaces.
Okay, we can do that too.
Yeah, that's what all the boys were telling me, Gab and everybody. We are trying to run through this. We just took out those equal lows on ES. I hope that that's a sweep here. That's what I'm looking for.
NQ is still trendy.
Yeah, it's still trendy. It's just this fucked us here. It's changing the state.
Just wonder. You were so close to your target too.
I know. That was very close. Very close. In hindsight, like I would have liked to trim there, but again, I really need the full TP to be, even my full TP is not exactly what I would have wanted on this trade, but
This looks gross on ES.
starting to look a little nastier here getting through this. Yeah, I might get caught in the cells here. 4-hour candles trying to flip red. It's not what you want to see. And then my chart's frozen. Nice. Yeah, 4-hour candles flipping red. It's rough looking.
ES looks like trash.
It's rough looking now.
ES looks like trash.
Just getting hit.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get my TP.
Oof. Oof.
Unless we sweep these lows.
The market's rolling right here.
Yeah. I'm not going to get my TP, guys. Stopped out. It's a rough day. It's a rough day. Well, is what is. No TP for me. Wow, got so close too.
Premiums are crazy right now.
Yeah, that was wild.
Holy crap, everything just spiked.
That was nasty, bro. Dang. Well, no TP for me. Tried my best. No TP for me. What a long wick there, huh? Holy bud. Emp, that's crazy looking, baby. Ho. Oh, all right. That was a long morning. Well, guys, we're gonna hop on Stocks on Spaces in about 5 minutes or so. So we're gonna wrap up the stream here. But it was a fun hour with everybody. Reminder: make sure you guys are throwing those ETFs on your watch list, FIRS and FIRI. Keep an eye on them. Do your due diligence into them. And yeah, well, I think me and Emp will be running another stream here soon, probably this week. If not, we'll be hopping on again next week. So we'll talk to everybody soon. I need Emp to come in to actually end the stream. I don't think it's I don't think I can end it. So yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you later. I'm out. We're gonna hop on Stocks on Spaces, talking Nvda earnings and all that, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later. The stream might not end instantly. I'm gonna leave. I don't know if it's gonna end, but Emp is gonna come in and end it. So.